Hi guys, and welcome back. This is a whiskey video first for the Whiskey Speaker. I've had the pleasure today to be invited to the Whiskey Weekender, and if you can hear me, I'm going to just take you around and show you what's in store. Now, this is the first return after 2 years, after a little break from 2020, as we all know what happened there. I'm going to show you around, in courtesy of Amanda and Eddie, who I must give a massive shout out and thanks and appreciation for having me. I'll take you around and show what, if you attend next year's Whiskey Weekender, potentially the exciting treats that you're in for. Let's go. As you can see, we've got a multitude of exciting brands all actually under one stand. So there's literally something here for everybody. I think this is really novel actually. As a whiskey stand, you actually get to nose out of the cask. In this particular case, the Spirit of Yorkshire Distillery have kindly brought down a bourbon barrel. And as you can see, they've taken the bunghole out and people are getting a cheeky little sniff in there. I do hope you can hear me, because at the end of the day, after I've recorded this, if you can't hear me, it would be a shame or a wasted opportunity, but hopefully you can. Also here, we've got the Scotch Whisky Association, doing a fantastic selection there. Exclusive, if you sign up, I'll admit I'm a member, but it is recommended, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think it's about £65 for a year. It's good, it's a good £65 well invested. So here's a quirky one that I really do like, slightly quieter corner. You imagine an absolutely wonderful picnic setting in there. For those of you who do enjoy the outdoors, this is a fantastic opportunity. But just down on the ground is actually all the associated things that you can smell inside whiskey that are outside the tent. What have we got? We've got sweets, we've got whiskey. Whiskey smells like whiskey. You've got moss. You've got leather in there. Mind you, you've got playing cards, so I'm not sure. I don't think anyone's ever given a nose in of playing cards. But, you know, it's all good fun. And that's what everyone's here to do today, to enjoy. As I said, also, in the Oval Cricket Grounds, this has been going like for over 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure somebody will pick me up if that's wrong. In the view. Absolutely glorious day in London. And I'm trying to do this video actually before I start drinking, only, hopefully, so you can actually understand me. As you can see, so behind us, obviously, we've got the brands of Glengeely, you've got Bowmore and Highland Park, the guys doing their trade there. It's fun because there's literally so much going on here, and you are really spoiled for choice. I know I'm sounding biased and I'm just trying to sell it to you, but I'm only going off my honest opinion. Every time I've been to one of these shows from the Whiskey Weekender, in the Whiskey Lounge brand, you always are guaranteed a good laugh. But also, the thing is, everyone here is like-minded, so we all get to just talk about the same things that we all want to enjoy. So we can't go much wrong in that. Warned you, I'll be honest, I have never heard of that brand now, but I will stand corrected and hopefully enjoy some. It's Irish premium, so that should be nice and fun to enjoy later on. As well, we've got independent bottlers, Barry Rose and Rudds, which are always good guys to enjoy. Wow, there's some serious sun going on there. So just behind us as well is the whiskey cask share. And these guys obviously source their barrels from distilleries themselves, and then you can buy a select release before it can go out onto the market. So like effectively a single cask expression from numerous distilleries. Their portfolio really is growing, but it includes so many fantastic new whiskies. And excitingly, they also do put into barrel a lot of whiskies that are new distilleries, so exciting distilleries. So as their casks kind of come online, and you can bid and pay for so many bottles out of that cask, the new whiskey that's coming out from that company also is released at the same time. So you kind of get to see a single cask expression from the cask share guys, and you get to see the distillery's general release as well. As you can see as well, another fantastic display here. Just behind me, these are the Oxford Artisan guys, Oxford, England. Really interestingly enough, they specialise in heritage grains, which is something that kind of is coming a lot more on board, reviving kind of cereals that have long been lost or kind of fallen out of popularity. I'm going to have to start swimming through the crowds in a minute. But here's one that I'm interested to try at some point. So, Hinch. So, Irish again. Relatively new. They've got some young whiskies on board, which hopefully we can all try. I will find out more about them, as I'm not too sure exactly what it is that they produce. But from what I've read in reviews, it's not bad at all, not bad at all. Nearly coming to the end here. Obviously, we've got, I'll admit, it's one of my favourites, Bimba from West London. Polish guys who are taking the English Whisky World category by storm. They've won a few awards, and yeah, I mean, they've even set up a new distillery, or they're just doing it this year, 2022. They're setting up a new distillery in Scotland. And they're also currently responsible for releasing the London Underground range, which sells out quicker than you can blink. So they are doing something really, really exciting. Just to finish off, a couple more stands. So we've got, just in the background here, if you can make it out, you've got Jewish kosher whiskey, excellent. The milk and honey, you can't go far wrong with that, from Jerusalem. So it's kosher, which is awesome. They've got a fantastic little selection down there. And interestingly enough, the wood casks that they use are not ones that are predominantly found in Scottish use. So it's really exciting. Plus the humidity as well on the final spirit can lead to some really, really interesting results. And one that I have not tried for absolutely ages is Penderyn from South Wales. Effectively, the distillery that revitalised the Welsh industry after a closure of the North Wales distillery in, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, Frognall, a little village up in Frognall, North Wales, which closed over 100 years ago. These guys, Penderyn, in the Brecon Beacons, just trying to remember that, just south of the Brecon Beacons National Park, these guys have brought back whiskey to Wales, and that's subsequently led to a resurgence of interest in Welsh whiskey as a category within its own right. I'll just leave you with these. As you can see in the background there, Jura, Isle of Jura. I'm sure many of you have enjoyed this. A bit of a light peated whiskey, predominantly. A lot of sherry influence in there, and Fettercan, which, I'll be honest, I've never had the pleasure of trying, but I'm sure I'll correct that. Thank you guys for watching. If you do get the opportunity in 2023, I couldn't recommend it enough that you come and check out this. I promise you I'm not on commission, but what they've got on display here and the samples that they offer really do give you amazing insight to something that you would never otherwise experience. So enjoy the rest of your day, keep safe, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now.